Hello, Sonia Barrett here once again, and today I want to talk just a bit about the healthcare program. And when I say the healthcare program, I'm not necessarily speaking of the healthcare program that we have in effect, but healthcare, this whole healthcare issue is so big for a lot of people. It certainly seems to determine some of the choices that people make politically. And I find that very fascinating because it's such a programming. This is what I'm speaking of. Such a programming to be prepared for, health demise, for issues with your health, more so than the preventive. It fascinates me. The majority of people, I would say a large majority, really have no concept as to what healthcare should really be. Healthcare should really be self-care. And anything outside of that, such as going to the doctor, any kind of practitioner, should be after you've exhausted, tools or your self-care approach, or for situations that have become drastic. Now, how do we even arrive at some of these drastic conditions? And that's something that we have to look at as individuals. Yes, as a society, but the society is made up of individuals. So what is it that we are missing? Well, just as I said before, we are missing the fact that most people are simply just programmed with making sure that they have good health care. Well, what do you think health care is for? It's for when you get sick, again, for when your body breaks down, and maybe for the emotional care as well. But something is leading us to the rise in many of these conditions we see today. Cancer with children, even in animals. So what is going on in our society? One, yeah, we have a society that is stressed, no doubt, extremely stressed. But we also have a society that has wandered further and further away from, again, what it is to provide self-care. How can we take care of ourselves? How should we treat ourselves on a daily basis? Not just with food, but in terms of our mind. And it all comes to the point of what we call spirituality. It's all under the same umbrella. So it's not just about running off to church, and then the rest of the week, you're still running the same program. You're still doing the same thing. Just making sure you go to your job to make sure that you hold on to your health care. I hope you hear what I'm saying. Those people who do this, and then you wonder why your body is as it is, or your life is as it is. It's how we take care of ourselves. And for those people who are caretakers, I have seen it so many times that the caretaker, a lot of times after the person is gone, they end up in severe health conditions because of the way they treated themselves during the period that they were caring for someone else. And your body finally just gives way, and you find that you have a lot of issues. I've also seen one or two people who took care of themselves while they were caretaking and did not end up in the same situation as those who didn't, who were emotionally stressed, and physically stressed, and the physical part of it was a result of the emotional part of it. And so we need to examine these things that are really not spoken about, not talked about, particularly in Western medicine. We have developed a model of instantaneous. We want everything instantly. We want everything to be already prepackaged for us and presented to us. And then we go with something that's already packaged, and we don't have to take responsibility for caring for ourselves, or even figuring out what your body needs. And so this is why I'm emphasizing this. It's not just about fighting about healthcare. Yes, there are people that need it. And before I, get emails or comments regarding that, I am not excluding those people that are really in need of it. I am speaking of the journey to ill health when a person gets older. Is it because they're older? I often say no. It's not because people have progressed in age, but most of this is the body breaking down from the manner in which that person either took care of their body, or the life of that person, the stress of that person's life, the unresolved issues in that person's life from childhood, or perhaps even in the womb. So this is the picture that I am hoping that more people examine and see, that we are truly self-contained. The body really does know how to fix itself under the right conditions. Under the right conditions. So you have to ask yourself, well, what are the right conditions? How can I find out more about what the right conditions are for your body specifically? This is not a one-size-fits-all. So eating raw food may not work for you. Being vegetarian might not work for you. Being vegan might not work for you. Being the juicing, just living off of that might not work for you. And understand that it's okay. Now you just need to find what works for you by learning how to tune into your body, how to listen to your body, and not simply just adopt other people's system or manner in which they are operating, or whatever the next new theme is in our society. Because we're a society of themes. We run off to the next food theme, health theme, whatever, clothing theme, mindset theme. That's what we do. And those are the things that I point out. Yes, I do know of which I speak, because yes, I've lived that way for pretty much most of my life. I'm gonna say probably from the age of maybe 18. I did not know as much as I do now, but I definitely knew that there had to be a different model. And yes, I am a mother of 2 adult children, 36 and 33, and a grandmother of 4 biological, but 6 total. And I understand this. I understand what it is to take care of one's self. This is your body, and it belongs to you. So take care of it. Don't rely on someone else to always tell you what's wrong with your body. And it's not really just about the name of the next disease. The name, sometimes we get so attached to the name of the disease and the symptoms that come with that particular disease. It's not really about the name. It's about the fact that the body is saying, I'm out of balance and I need balance. I am asking you to bring me back to balance. So you've got to examine the manner in which your life is going at that moment. Cancer is known, yes, to be triggered by sometimes severely traumatic situations in a person's life, can trigger a disease, can trigger an illness, even something like cancer. It is known that happens. We can't go into that in this video because that's not what it's about, but it's the way the body operates, the way the body functions. It's the way the body signals us to tell us that there is something going on and I need balance. I need your mind to be balanced. I need the body to be balanced. and they go hand in hand. So I wanted to point that out, and I also want to remind you to check out the website, thebusinessofdisease.com. This is a documentary that I did. It took 5 years of really pulling this together, and this came out of the fact that I wrote an article called "The Marketing of Breast Cancer: The Pink Ribbon Agenda." And I wrote that article not realizing it was breast cancer month at the time, because I didn't pay attention really. I just knew that I got tired of every time I go to a store, I felt like it was being marketed to me. So I did a little bit of research and I put that article together, which you can find on thebusinessofdisease.com. And I suggest you read it regardless of who you are. The response was incredibly great from people who have had cancer, breast cancer, people who have had their breasts removed, and they were so incredibly supportive of everything that I had to say, and some wish that they had seen that article before, read that information. The bottom line of it is, don't be marketed to. Don't have them market illness to you, disease to you. Yes, our body has latent illnesses, diseases, things that are there from our maybe genetics or bloodline, ancestral line, but something has to trigger them. Something has to trigger it to come about. And that's what you need to understand. And remember, for those of you who already know this, to just remember that. But anyway, so I did this film, and it's finally now available to the public. There's a pre-launch occurring right now, and I'm encouraging you to go and see this film. You can go to the website, thebusinessofdisease.com, and you can see it pay-per-view right now on the site. The official launch will be in February of next year, 2017. And the distribution company will then be launching it on many of the on-demand platforms. So you'll be able to sit at home, watch it on your TV, and also digitally, which means Amazon, iTunes, Hulu, all of those platforms as well. So I wanted to get started early in allowing those people who have heard about the film to be able to see it. Thebusinessofdisease.com. Go there, click on movie pay-per-view, and you'll be able to watch it there for $6. Now you can also order the DVD ahead of time for the holidays if you want to give it as a gift. Those will be mailed out on December 1st, and you may also order the DVD ahead of time, and also the book Health and Inside Job and Outside Business. This book is a supplement to the film. So there's a chapter written by everybody in the film, and it's phenomenal. That's all I can say, and that's the response. It's not just it's not a mainstream healthcare book. It's not a book that's just telling you about your diet and just what to eat. No, it's a book that dives into the science of who you are by all of these amazing people. I call them all scientists, who are telling you more about what's possible and even sharing stories of their own life, such as Catherine Rossi, who's a neuroscientist, but she had a brain injury, hit in the head with a surfboard, and her recovery in a situation where she really could have died, and the process that she took, the journey that she took to creating new neural pathways, new neurons in her brain. So you've got to get a copy of this. Just go to the website, get a copy, and you'll get a signed copy sent to you. As a matter of fact, these are going out starting on the 15th, which is tomorrow. They're going to be mailed to those who have already ordered it. The DVD You may also order ahead of time as well, and I think you'll be delighted. It is very cutting edge on a good portion of the film. It is very cutting edge, so it's not just a film that's going to tell you, all about what's going on with the pharmaceutical companies and just about vaccine. We get that. So what do you do? This is what this film is about. What do you now do? What steps do you need to now take? Get off of the programming of just wanting to hear all the bad things that are going on. The question is, what do you now do? You cannot wait for the system to fix you or resolve your problems. The system does not care about you. I don't care what system it is. It doesn't care about you. You have to care about you. And so it's not just about health as we are conditioned to understand health, but it is about the entire process of our lives and how we live our lives. This is what this is about. And you have to be responsible for you. Get off of that programming that somebody is always coming to save you. You have to save yourself, if that's a word that you need to use. But you, in the end, it's on you. All right, so again, remember, health and inside job and outside business, the business of disease, right? The cure is in the body, not in the business. That's the slogan. The cure is in the body, not in the business. All right? Well, I thank you so much for listening. TheBusinessOfDisease.com is the website, and if you want to find out more about me and my work and my other books, you can go to therealsoniabarrett.com. Thank you so much, and I am wishing you great health.